Well, there is some good news coming in from the Arsenal training ground as Gabriel Jesus is back in full Arsenal training. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Football News Show. I hope you guys are really having a fantastic evening, and I hope that the Lord God is going to do you the best of life as really going on. Smash the like button close to 400 times. I think this should be 500 times for Gabriel Jesus' return to the full Arsenal training, because most of you are really eager to know what happened, and I have some photos of how Jesus trained with the Arsenal team in the full training sessions. So we thank God for the gift of life, and everyone that is watching in, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not watching us for the very first time, or you've been watching us, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Our target is to hit it's 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. So let's keep pushing and let's see this coming to pass. Now we are also talking Alexis Sánchez, formerly at Arsenal. He returns back to Inter Milan. Here we go, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. We are going to dissect that and how Luka Modric is not going to the Saudi Pro League at almost closing into 14 years of age, but he's still playing at the top level. What is the secret behind that? All that and more. Let's start it off like this. Now, today, Gabriel Jesus returned into full Arsenal training session. That is it. He was really out for some weeks. I think it's now 5 weeks ever since he really got injured. Remember, he last played for Arsenal when Arsenal was playing in the in the preseason against Barcelona, and when he returned, he really felt some discomfort in his knee, and he missed out onto the Emirates Cup finale where Arsenal beat Monaco on penalties. That is it. So he has been out and never played the Community Shield with Man City, and I don't know why. Ever since he has gone ahead to become an Arsenal player, he has never gone ahead to play against Man City. Last season they played 3 times. Another 3 times they played, Jesus was down injured, and on the 7th, was the 6th of August, he also missed out on that game of City because he was injured. But he returns and he looked really fresh during the training sessions, and this is how everything went down. That is Gabriel Jesus alongside Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Now, what is the biggest boast of this man coming in through? He makes all these people that play around him better. That is one of the things that Edin Ketia can't do. You know, he makes every player that plays around him better. And people will understand that when Jesus was there, Martinelli scored very many goals. When Jesus was there, Bukayo Saka scored very many goals. When Jesus was there, Odegaard did the same. So the beauty that he brings to this Arsenal side is that whenever he's leading the line, he makes the players around him better. That is Gabriel Jesus for you, and that is him obviously smiling and doing the needful to see to it that he obviously convinces Mikel Arteta to be part of the game of Fulham they are going to play over the weekend. Then stepping on the ball with his right foot that had what we call some discomfort in the knee, and that is good news for the Arsenal fans all over the world. That is him with Jorginho and is this Gabriel Magalhaes trying to do the needful, looking fresh, smiley, and bringing in the needful. Now, what is the importance of Jesus returning in the Arsenal starting 11 or in the Arsenal full training? To me, I think Arteta is not going to rush him. That is it. He's not going to rush him into the starting 11 of Arsenal, and I think even the game against Manchester United, Jesus might not start, because we have to obviously give a benefit of doubt to Edin Ketia that in the absentia of Gabriel Jesus, he has gone ahead to play 2 games. He has scored 1 goal and he waited 1. So if you are a manager, you have to obviously show him that he has been doing a good job and appreciate him. Let him first fail and then you bring in Jesus, and you're not supposed to make it automatic that Jesus gets into the starting 11 of Arsenal anytime. Though the fact is No player at Arsenal is like him, but at least we have to respect Eddie Nketiah for this time around, because he's responsible for the penalty that Arsenal got when they are playing Crystal Palace. He hit the frame of the goal when they're playing Crystal Palace. He scored a beautiful goal against Nottingham Forest. That is Eddie Nketiah for you. So we have to put in respect for the lad, and I think all that goes well when it's called in for at the particular time. But Jesus is back. What a way to have a fully fit squad, because even Zinchenko is back. Now the only player that's going to be out for months is Julian Timber, and he's going to be out until around March or April. That's when he's going to be returning back into the Arsenal side. And when he returns, he'll obviously have to do some individual training, and if at all he recovers in time and is approved to obviously take part into what we call team training, then he'll take part into the training sessions of Arsenal and be assessed by Arteta whether he's really ready to do the needful for the club of Arsenal. So that is the story about Gabriel Jesus, but he returns when Arsenal is going to play Fulham. And obviously you remember even last season, after being out for 3 months, the game he returned on was that game of Fulham away, but he found the job already done by Arsenal boys. They had hit Fulham 3-0 and he came in through. He even got a chance of scoring, but he never really put the ball into the back of them because he was lacking so much fitness. So he might make it the bench of Arsenal when they're playing Fulham, and he'll get in some minutes. And I think they're just going to bring in steady. Remember how Arteta brought him back. Some 15 minutes versus Fulham last season. Then he went ahead to start the game of Sporting Lisbon, where they were relegated and knocked out. Then I think he played only 45 minutes, and after that game, the next game he came on and played him were they 60 minutes. The first game he played 45, the next game he played 45, the next game he played 60, and then he continued to play more minutes in the due course of the season. So I think that's what Arteta is going to do. He's not going to hurry him back because he knows that that knee needs to get fully healed, and the doctors are going to give him the best, because no Arsenal fan would like to hear that Jesus is going to have to suffer an injury on a knee injury again. That is it. If that person is there, then he's not a supporter of Arsenal. You know, it's me, a United fan, who would come out and say, oh, Jesus shouldn't be available, because I know what it means. When he comes up, when he's leading that line, he makes all the people in front of him better. That is it. Odegaard looks more better, Bukayo Saka looks more better, Martinelli looks more better, but the big question is, can he score 20 goals this season? That is Gabriel Jesus for you. And I know when he comes out and puts out a tally of 20 goals this season, they will say, no, Arsenal needs a striker who can get you 20 league goals. So it's really a very harsh sorry about that, a very harsh criticism that they put on the lad, but the lad is really doing great for me. Now, Arsenal former number 7 Alexis Sánchez to Inter Milan. Here we go. He's back on a free transfer after spending 1 year at Olympique Marseille. Agreement reached and medical booked on Friday. He will sign a short-term deal in the next days as he was waiting for Inter. He's set to replace Joachim Correa, who joins Olympique Marseille. Now, Sanchez was one of those players that came in at Arsenal and gave them lots and lots and lots of positivity in their game plan. That is it. He scored very many goals. He made the name. That's why it was easy for him to negotiate a deal with Man United to earn £500,000 per week. He was left with just months to really get his contract done at Arsenal, and he threatened to leave on a free. So Arsenal had to obviously make a swap, get some £20 million in from Manchester United, plus Henrik Mkhitaryan, and then they really offered him to Manchester United. But when he reached Manchester United, he felt like he had made a very biggest mistake, because the entire team was in disarray. The players had ganged against Mourinho, and that's why in the year he came through 2018, Mourinho never survived. He never survived at all. He was really put and or thrown under the bus by the players like Paul Ebile Pogba, who gagged against him, because by the time the board there was so much player power on the board, in the players at the club of Manchester United, that Erik ten Hag is trying to tame. That is it. Now, when it comes to his productivity, I think he has now slowed down a little bit. You know, I've always told people that Alexis Sánchez is a good player, but he uses a lot of energy. You know, there's an effect that's going to affect Ronaldo, that he got off his skill, you know, and he uses a lot of energy to really play the game of football. That's why you should say that Messi is a nacho, and he just thrives in any game because he just loves to play football, and he does the basics, but he perfects these basics beyond normal. That is it. So Sanchez is coming back to Italy. I think he's gonna have to make a very good choice. This is the league that really deserves him, because he's a player who obviously deserves that, and he's really doing a very fantastic job for himself, because Italy is slow, league is slow, and he's going to fit there like a glove. So wait and see how that is going to pan out for Alexis Sánchez, but he has gonna have to sign for the Inter Milan team as they try to obviously fill the void of Romelu Lukaku. Remember, they've already signed Anatovic, and they brought in Sanchez to fill up the gap. Remember, Alexis Sanchez contacted Arteta and wanted to obviously return back at Arsenal. Arteta told him, there is no room for you. I respect you. I played with you at Arsenal, but there is no room for you at Arsenal right now. I just need proven players that can obviously do the job, because the game of Arteta is all about intensity, and Sanchez would not match those levels that call in for intensity. With the problems with the headache that Arteta is having to choose the forwards of Arsenal, he wouldn't like to add more problems to the problems he's really having at Arsenal. Yet the coming in of Alexis Sánchez is like a plaster on the wound, doesn't heal the wound. Luka Modric, rumor to Saudi Arabia has been really rubbish, and Ancelotti has said, Luka Modric to Saudi Arabia. Luka has already decided to stay here. He's not happy. He's not playing. It's very strange to see Luka not playing, but he will have minutes for sure. He will help us during the season. And now we all know that Madrid is not playing a youthful midfield. They are playing with it's Tchouaméni playing at the best of the midfield as a CDM, then Bellingham and Camavinga playing alongside them in the midfield three. So the forward line, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Valverde sometimes, but they also have Adagula who's coming in through, and I think is going to be really ushered into he's going to be ushered into that team in a nick of time. That is it. So Modric is not playing, and the reason being based on him not playing is all about not really being ready to provide the intensity. But I know he's going to keep at Real Madrid because he knows exactly what he has to do, and he knows that his time is going to come, and his time is going to come on, especially when Madrid are playing the Champions League. I know that he's being kept for that. You know, Madrid would rather win a Champions League than win a La Liga, because they know what makes you huge is the Champions League. It's the biggest tournament, all club football tournament all over the world. So Modric is going nowhere. He signed his new contract at Real Madrid and is there, and maybe he would like to be there for some time. Maybe next summer he will think about going to the Saudi Pro League and maybe join Ronaldo at Al Nassr. Ronaldo wants to build a team that obviously goes ahead to compete for the Saudi Pro League trophy and playing the Champions League of Asia. That is it. So guys, your thoughts on Gabriel Jesus returning back in full Arsenal training are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Alexis Sánchez rejoining Inter Milan? And lastly, what are your thoughts about Ancelotti confirming that this guy known as Luka Modric is going nowhere. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. Bye bye, my Muslim viewers and subscribers. Barakallahu fikum.